Hello everyone. The question that I'm most asked about eco printing is what kind of paper is the best to eco print? So today I wanted to bring you this breakdown through all the papers that I use, which ones are the best for the best results, and some great tips that I have for you today. I am Francisca Nunes, I am a mixed media artist, and I'm so thrilled that you are here. Here in this channel, we explore different mixed media techniques and use them to create and alter paper and fabric to make our art journals and our collages. So without further ado, let's go to my art table and see what kind of paper do I use to eco print. So here in my art table, I have a selection of some of my eco prints. And as I told you, one of the questions that I have most is what kind of paper should I be printing on? What is the best paper to print? And the answer is like it all depends on the kind of results that you want. And it will vary with the technique that you will use for eco printing. Eco printing is an amazing process where you can just alter and manipulate paper and fabric, but today we are talking about the paper only, and where you will go have absolutely diverse and unique results. It's a process that you cannot control from the beginning to the end. There are parts that you will never control, that's nature working and chemistry. So that is fascinating for me because I am an explorer and I love the surprise of getting wrinkled paper, shades, torn paper, decadent, old. So these for me are techniques that I use all the time to manipulate paper and bring them into my journals and my collages. So say that the answer is not, this is the best paper. The answer is, it will depend on the kind of results that you want. For example, if you want a well-defined eco print, like this one here, like some of them that I have in here, for example, like this, you will be using the best paper to have this kind of results, okay? Despite of the technique and the mordant that you will be using to put a paper, it's or a watercolor paper or a mixed media, a thick one that absorb all your pigments and the mordant. For these ones, I use mixed media Fabriano paper. This is 250 grams and it's amazing. But you can also use watercolor paper and works as well amazing. Another paper that I discovered that brings absolutely great results because it's also thick and it's like a watercolor. It's like a handmade recycled watercolor paper, which is, and I've shared here on the channel too, it is the tops of the egg boxes. So I flatten them up and then I have a surface that is very, very water permeable. I don't know if the word exists in English, I'm sorry, but it can absorb the pigments and we really can achieve amazing results with this kind of paper. I love this one here. It has lots of the leaves, but if I peel them, I have the prints underneath though. And I explore with ferns, with flowers, and using different techniques, okay? That's another thing that you have to be in mind. To get these results, I have one technique. To get these results, I have another one, okay? So on all this process, you can play with the paper and the techniques and the flowers and the mordants, and so that will give you amazing different results, okay? So all this to say that another similar thing to watercolor paper is this cartoon boxes would give us absolutely beautiful, beautiful eco prints, and I literally love them. Just look at this. It has even the print, the not only the print but also the press. Like I feel here the press from the fern. I love it. So these are the kind of papers to achieve this very well printed. However, I got amazing results with not so thick paper, like not what you call a paper or eco printed one. For example, this is thinner than this one. It's like school drawing paper, like next to this one. Should be, I don't know, 100 and something grams. And I love to use regular drawing paper. This is regular drawing paper, copy paper. I know, this is drawing paper. It has the holes. So kids put this on the binders at school, and it also gives me absolutely beautiful results. Look at this one. And this one is combining other two techniques that I share on my classes, that is like using flowers and leaves and then using onion skin flakes to give those prints here and there, and it's absolutely beautiful. For when I'm doing eco print, another thing that, because I know that I'm going to use them on my collages or to make journals, I love to play with different kinds of paper. And aside of these that I already told you, I am looking for, when I want to eco print, for different ways of the prints on the paper. So I will select papers on the way that have text or graphics, you know, like this. For example, I have here maps, a Possum paper. This is an old map from Porto, and it was a yellow one, so it is, we can see the prints. And this was beautiful because the water washed away most of the map and gave us like these shadows, absolutely beautiful. So when you go to Ecoprint, mix a variety of different kinds of paper, because then you have texture and graphics, a different kind of graphics and words. Music, for example, I love using music, vintage paper, and you have this variety to use as collage paper. Or on a journal, imagine you are going through a journal and you have a different variation of papers. So I also love, for example, this is math. I really love numbers, how beautiful it is. I also try to have always on my bundles brown paper. I really love brown paper. It reminds me of the ground, of the soil in nature, the landscape. So I love to use it. And sometimes I really get surprised with how the paper comes out of my bundle. On this, for example, this is cardboard, corrugated cardboard, and the petals got stuck in here. It's I love this. These are the threads of the bundle, and we have an amazing textured paper to work with. So this is using another technique with rust that will darken everything, and that's a great way because we can play with the different colors that we get in the prints to make our collages or our journals. And I have here another examples. For example, this is a regular drawing paper. And the good thing is that when I have here an amazing print, but also the paper, because it's so thin, it's tearing apart and it's falling all the bits. But I love this because these parts are now like almost saying to me, how can I fall? How can I just tear this? They will have organically pieces that I can incorporate in my collages. I really love this, you know, like these torn edges, like this. So the idea is to use different kinds of paper, because with Rust, I literally have the most amazing results with this kind of paper. This is regular drawing paper that kids go to school with. I love them. I have here another idea. This is with the onion skin flakes, regular paper. When it's wet, it's tearing apart, but now we have a beautiful set. For example, this is the mixed media one, and you can see how different it is, the result, more strong, but sometimes I don't want this kind of strongness. I want more subtle shades or prints to use on another project, and because when we are making collage, we want this variation, because if everything is on the same strength, it's not a beautiful one. You know, we want the darkers and the lights and the contrast. We want that variation. So I'm always seeking to get those kind of variations on my prints too. And another cool idea that I wanted to give you, another thing that I love to Ecoprint on, are papers that I already manipulated on some reason. For example, magazines or paper that I do gel prints when I'm just playing around with jelly plate, and then I pull out some prints. I can continue altering those papers to create absolutely beautiful pieces that I have that I can use in a collage. This was a thick, it's not mixed media paper, but it's like 100 and something grams of paper, and it was used for an Ecoprint and for a jelly print. I have here the blues from the jelly prints, and then I use on my bundles. And now just look at how interesting is this. I love these parts. It's totally different. And of course, you will never get another one equal, so it's precious also. But, well, I want to address that nothing is so special that I will not use, okay? This is all about the process and the play, the happiness of playing that. This is another one. Yeah, and I really love the way the paper is torn, because probably, for example, on this magazine paper, I probably would never use this magazine as it was, because it's a bad, it's something very bright, it's not on my way of working. But now, because everything is print, I can just tear some parts, and I have the flowers in. I have already some graphic, some other thing on the paper that it will give interest to my collages. It's another one here. And again, the torn edges are awesome. I would never use this paper, this magazine paper, because it was so bright, but now we can just use parts of it, and the colors are faded away, like beautiful. I love. Even a black jelly print gives like this shades and texture. We can see the prints here. And it has already texture. So what I want to tell you is that this is, for example, this was a paper, it was a jelly print, and I made some marks, and now it went to my bundle, and now it's a beautiful collage piece. This is very like those walls that we peel off the paint. I love it. So here's the thing. I encourage you to play a lot with the papers. Explore the different thicknesses of the paper and the techniques that you will be using, okay? One is with alum, another one is with rust, another one is with only vinegar, another ones are with the dye bath, altering what I have inside the water to boil the bundle. Others are steamed. So there are different techniques, and with those different techniques combined with the papers, you will have an amazing collection of different eco prints that you can literally use on your, or to make your jelly, or to make your art journals, or to make beautiful collages, because now you have a variation of tones and colors and thickness and textures that will be beautiful in the paper collaged. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about all that you have that I shared here, or if you want me to do a video on something that I didn't share about these papers, so leave me a comment below, and I'm so happy to answer all your questions about eco printing and the kind of papers that we can use. So I see you next week. Bye bye.